That's right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. We're excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. The resume speaks for itself. All you have to do is click the join link in the video description, the chat room. Click that link. You'll get a video introduction, run down on the memberships. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. But even if you don't, we appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, 25% off selected items. At this time, you save and you shop. We got a lot of new products on the site. You can go and we got these chunky Cuban link, fat, what they call them, dookie ropes. You see, with the Ankh medallions, with the Naga Buddhas on there, and they hard as hell. I want you to go check it out. We also got the new, we got some new lotions on the site for the family, for the melanated peoples, for our family to get down there and invigorate and nourish that melanin. So get on over there, look up under, I believe it's Beauty and Health. You look for lotions, you'll see it. And man, we got a lot of nice new products, and it's 25% off selected items at this time. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 1,000. You already know this one video right here will blow your mind if you do the research. And you know, it invigorate and nourish the melanin in your mind. You see what I'm saying? And so one video, so you got over 1,000, and all the subjects that you know and love from General SETI is a treasure chest of African wisdom that is you know, is no competition. That's what and I can say that. You see, and so I want you to get over there, check it out. It's growing daily. I'm making sure I'm adding a lot of new stuff to it, where when you go in and you deal with a subject, not only do you have the general, but you have the master teachers as a supplement to my teachings, that you can go behind me, do some research, and you got the top scholars, African scholars in the field in that particular subject. And so, you know, that can't be beat. It can't be, because these niggas out here ain't dealing with the master teachers no way. So if you don't get it from me, I don't know where you're gonna get it from. All right, family. And you know, I'm popping General SETI popping on Patreon. You already know this is hardest Patreon page on Patreon. Flat out. You see what I'm saying? That's how we do. You understand the information that we drop on Patreon live. You see the general going live. You need to be there. You need to see a lot of the information, because I got over 200 exclusive live streams on Patreon that has never been seen outside the platform. So you need to get over there and get in that treasure chest also. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarah SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Is the U.S. and France ready to go to war with Niger? And they know the world is watching them. You see, they know the world is watching them, and I just, you know, when I look at Emmanuel Macron, you know, I just, you know, his wickedness, You understand what I'm saying? It's just glaring. He looked like a little rat face. Emmanuel Macron. You see. You know, and even his own white brothers look at him as a rat. So you know he ain't worth 2 dead flies. You see, he ain't worth 2 dead flies. And so, yeah, I see his sinister, intentions, you know. And if he go into Africa, you see, then, you know, but as I say that, and I say, you know what, I'm thinking, you know, unification. You got niggas in Africa already ready to side with the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. So you got this economic confederation of about 15 nations in Africa. And they got enough nerve to sit up here and talk about, you know, going against Niger. You see, you understand, because there was a coup. Now, I don't know. I have to get off into the dynamics of what it is and what it's about, because Africa seemed to always have a coup. Now, if the people vote, and I do believe in that, if the people in majority vote for an individual, they, you know, vote his ass out. You see, just like you vote him in, you vote him out. Okay, now just up and having military coups just because you don't like the fucking government is another thing. I don't know what's going on to that extent, but I from my understanding, he was voted in. The president of Niger, and I don't know if they reinstated him, but he's a puppet. You understand? Because they, you know, they didn't cut off all exports to the Europeans, and so, you know, that's going, you know, that's going to trigger, you know, hell of a resentment in Europe, which it should, and they should have cut it off because France is threatening Africa. France need to get the fuck out of Africa and stay out. Ain't nothing in Africa belong to France or any European. And they should have been out of Africa hundreds of years ago. You see? And you know what? And you know, and even if Africa vote to put them damn Europeans out of, see, you got to understand. You see, it just like these goddamn cartoons where they show you all these barons and shit, like the rubber barons and all them that got so goddamn big and fat and filthy rich off the misery and the genocide of other people. See, they used to eating. You see, if motherfucker eating five, you know, if motherfucker eating 3-4 big meals a day, motherfucker can't go down to one. You gonna have that motherfucker gonna have a problem. That's like, you know, that's too much like starving and shit just to have one. You see, the European has never, because when you take away Africa, he goes back into the state of mind that drove him there in the first goddamn place. You see, you know, you got to understand the condition, and I keep telling y'all that. Y'all keep acting like y'all damn dumb and shit. You know what I'm saying about this Cro-Magnon Neanderthal? They ain't got no goddamn resources. They ain't got no damn resources. They in trouble. The little shit, I mean, they could live off of what, but they not gonna live like, they ain't gonna live like kings. They gonna live basic life. You understand? Get your ass out there, put them potatoes in the ground, motherfucker. You might get you some wheat, you know, get you some oats and shit. You know, y'all motherfuckers good at eating that slop, them oats and shit. They didn't have no damn spices and shit. So you know that shit was bland and shit, you know. And so the spices alone that put seasoning in they mother, you know, and all the, you know, the different fruits and food that was taken out of Africa. You see, that's why they really wanted to, you know, and colonize other areas where they could grow and shit and export it back to Europe and shit and this, that, and the third. That's the condition these peoples is in. You know, they keep talking about, you know, and you got to look at that when you start talking about who's the chosen people. You see, who's the chosen? And and you see, what we were given, upon conception, upon, our natural habitat, where we come from. A lot of niggas out here confused about that. You understand what I'm saying? But in the near future, I believe that the planet is going to make all the corrections that is needed. So any fallacies that you niggas is living in, you going to doom your damn children to your fallacies, and you going to lead them right on into the grease. You see, ain't going to be no pan for they're going to be right on. They're going to be right in the fire. You see what I'm saying? And so, and that'll be on your own, your confused state of thinking. And so we must see into the future. You see, we must see into the future. What will the future look like? And we got to project our spirits and minds to that future and think ahead of time of what our babies, our descendants will need, and what will they need to manifest and to excel and project those resources, that energy. You strategize long ahead of time. You see, so they already looking. You see, you can, I intend to talk to my, generations. I could talk 2, 3, 4 generations ahead of time, 5. You see, this is where this is what you're gonna need. I could spit 5 generations ahead of me and tell each generation what you need to do, and project it, and what to project to the generation but after them. You see, and where we need to be, and because I got a vision, of where I want my descendants to be, and how do you get there? You see, how do you get there? How do you, achieve that? And when I see it for mine, I see it for yours too. Ain't no one motherfucking island gonna exist out there. You see what I'm saying? It got to be a family. It got to be a nation of African people that love one another, and that's why I'm so adamant about our people here in the United Snakes of America, that we come together first and foremost as one family. That's just all it is to it. We are one family. If your ancestors came over here in the Ma'afa, the Atlantic slave trade, if your ancestors, we family. It don't come no title. You can go wherever you want. Yes, we African people, but this is the African pool, blood, the pool of Africans that have been living with one another for the last 400 some years, 500 some years. You see? And so we the closest to each other. And so in mind, in spirit, in culture, and this, that, and the third, and we have to do this for ourselves. You see, we have to do this for ourselves because, we are in a paradox where, even at the crib, we've been away from the crib, and then people got their projection of who they think we are. And so we in the age of where we gonna have to show a motherfucker. That's all it is to it. We a lot of people they fear us because of our potential. They know we great in a whole lot of shit. You understand? We just don't put the full package together on motherfuckers. And so, yeah, they still fear us, and the potential, really what they fear is the potential that we just might get it together. And if we get it together, if you ain't on the team, nigga, this the winning team, period. This the dream team of every goddamn subject and goddamn in the world. We ranking in every fucking thing. We ranking, and we could produce more in each area. We could produce more in each area than anybody. Period. And motherfuckers be talking about it. They be talking about us and say, but they rarely want to talk about the greatness and measure up. And I say that, I say that in confidence. You know, what's going to happen, which really, when Africa starts to pull back on a lot of resources that been exploited, even motherfuckers over here. See, you notice ain't hardly the motherfucking supermarkets and shit is fucking, you look at it, ain't shit on the motherfucking shelves in a lot of places. Yeah, this shit ain't, something, you motherfucking food that went through the roof. Motherfuckers is like, you gonna become used to it. Yeah, they up in every fucking thing. They gonna pillage your ass. They gonna plunder your ass. Whatever little resource, little money you got, they're gonna try to plunder you because the end game is coming. You see, they ain't getting that shit from all. When you got abundance, you let that shit go. You'll let it go because you got so much, you got to sell this shit. So you know what I'm saying? But when that shit begin to shrink, you ain't got no goddamn abundance. You see? You ain't got no abundance. You have to sell high. You see? You got to sell high to get your little dollars now. And so you got to pillage the people. You see? And they didn't put in all this work. And now every goddamn thing is through the roof. And so now they, the cost of living is through the motherfucking roof. And so people's is, and so as the world, as you can see, the world is starting to, hold them resources. You ain't coming up in here. We gonna set a price and you pay the price. You pay the motherfucking price or you don't get it. You see? And just like, a lot of, like Niger, they didn't cut off just even trying exporting certain materials to France, which they should have been did. You see? Now, the clincher is that Russia is in the area and Russia is providing Niger with military aid. Yeah, military aid and so on and so forth. And, I'm not no fan of Russia. I'm not no fan of the United States of America. You see, I don't have no problem with, Russia giving our people arms. I don't have no problem with that. You see, because why would I want our peoples to be over there unable to defend themselves? But I don't want our people to be unnecessary. Where Niger become another proxy war for the West. You see, because they not going. The West not gonna lay down. Because Russia really wasn't a part of that imperial clique. They didn't really get any colonial rewards as such as seas and land in Africa. So they don't really and so they gonna do what they could they have to do to get Russia out of there. And they and which Russia arm our people to a certain extent, but are they willing to continue to when the West really if they want to drop the hammer, you see, and drop the hammer mean they're gonna come in there full metal jacket if they if they think that they have to come in. You see, and so I guess that is the price of freedom, and you have to weigh it in the scales. It is the price of freedom, and it's gonna be some it's gonna be some death in order to get me. That's the price of freedom, death. You see, and so And so if our people feel that's where they ready to go, and they hearts is no longer can take any more oppression, and that they must be free, then it's the time. It's the time, it's the time. But I want them, I don't want our people to get in the midst of shit. And if they're gonna goddamn send, make sure they stockpile. And I hope they know how to, put it where you can put it, where you ain't, your shit ain't getting, taken out. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe, that you're gonna do it, so you, in case it get into, a serious battle, that you can last. That's really what it boiled down to. That it can last, and I believe that this is what is gonna come to. It's gonna come to, and it's gonna be guerrilla warfare. That's all it can. It's gonna be guerrilla warfare. You know, it's gonna be guerrilla warfare, and which don't mean shit, because our people can still be victorious even in that. That's just a strategy. That don't mean shit. But I see that the West is still the imperialistic beast that it is. It believes that Nigeria don't have the right to withhold resources. That when I look in their eyes, that's what I see. They see the coup in goddamn Nigeria, and anytime it affects their resources, this is a travesty. They're gonna come like, this is a travesty to democracy. You see, it's a travesty in that, we have to uphold democratic rule, and this, that, and the third. Even though they've been goddamn, ain't nothing democratic about these motherfuckers. These are some imperialistic, wicked motherfuckers, and that's all they is. And I don't even give a fuck about democracy. I don't even like to. I mean, you talk about democracy has been just as goddamn destructive to human life as any other goddamn wicked ass, even Nazi. And man, goddamn Nazism ain't got shit on goddamn democracy, so-called democracy. I mean, goddamn, Hitler lasted for 20 years. Goddamn it, these so-called motherfuckers under democracy been crushing motherfuckers for the last 100-some goddamn years or more. You see, so-called democracy and all this, more than that, 300 years and shit. You understand what I'm saying? They've been crushing motherfuckers. Nazism only lasted about 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? Everything else is just offshoots. But when you talk about the core, and they blow that shit up way more. You understand what I'm saying? When you add up all these goddamn Western democracies and all the lives that that Hitler ain't got shit on Europe. Nothing. You see, nothing at all. Imperialistic beasts. You understand, that don't believe the people got a right to say no. They don't believe Niger got a right to say no to France. They don't believe it. You see, they don't believe it. That in this day and age, that they can still, in 2023, treat Niger like it's back in goddamn 1700s or something. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these nations then grew exponentially. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no damn, these is powerhouse nations, and population is damn near 50 times greater than when they first went in there in 1700. You got Nigeria on its way to being 1 billion people. You understand what I'm saying? Nigeria is on its way to being 1 billion people. And by 2100, 1 billion people. You see, you talking about Lagos alone. Man, listen here. Man, listen here. People do not understand how massive Lagos is gonna be in by 2100. That metropolitan area alone will be larger than most nations on the planet. That metropolitan area alone will be larger, man, and that's serious. It probably will be larger than damn near every nation on the planet except for maybe the top, maybe I ain't gonna even say 10 nations, because every nation 100 million people. And so you talking about Lagos in that metropolitan area is gonna be close to 100 million people. 100 million people in that area. You see, that's a damn nation within itself. You see, and so how the fuck do France think it can talk to nations that are that are projected? It's time for y'all motherfuckers to go sit the fuck down. And and all those nigger-fied nations over there that run soon as the white man call them, and they run, come right on out and support the French and this, because they over there giving them, they giving them niggas in power that money. That's what they doing, and they vote. They don't give a damn about the people. They vote for the elites and shit to keep them wealthy, while the average citizens of that nation is living in terrible poverty. You see, living in terrible and horrible poverty, and they need to rise up. Maybe this is what's going on in Niger, that they are rising up on these politicians that have been playing a puppet role to these Europeans for far too long. You see, they've been playing a puppet role to these Europeans for far too long. And so you got, and see, here you go. Now you want to, France want to fly planes and threaten a flying, Niger ain't got no planes like that. What the fuck is you going? And see, this is what they do. You understand? They don't want to be men. They don't want to come down. If the people ain't got planes, why you fly planes? See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Be a man. Come on down to earth. You feel, motherfucker, lose something. But see, you don't want to fight. You really want to just destroy. You got weapons of mass destruction, and you don't really give a goddamn. And so, you want to destroy. You don't really want to man up and come down and get some. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You want to destroy, and you really don't want to engage. Not really. You don't really want to engage, because France is not the United States. Neither is Britain. They really can't really go and fight for real without United States support. You understand what I'm saying? When you even think about the British, when they went down and fought Argentina over the Falkland Islands, Argentina was sinking them goddamn ships, them British ships. Yeah, they end up, winning that, end up winning that war. But yeah, they sunk some of them British ships over there. They put some. Yeah, they got some licks in there. You know what I'm saying? They got some licks in there. You know what I'm saying? And so the United States had to support them. So when you think about France and you got your army ain't really the kind, you got a couple 100,000 soldiers. You probably can, but that ain't shit. That ain't shit no more. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all don't even possess the kind of armies that really can go and seize no land like that no more. Y'all ain't ready for that. You see what I'm saying? So this is their last hoorah. You understand? The only thing they hoping is that the people gonna be discombobulated, and you're gonna have one group go this way, you're gonna have one group go the other way, and in the chaos that they can use the chaos to their advantage and come out on top. That's the only thing. But if the peoples is united in cause, in will, and determination, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This very well may be the beginning of the end, because you're seeing Africa making a lot of corrections with them laws, getting that homosexuality out of Africa, straightening up, how they deal with the children. And you understand what I'm saying? And I see that they making the necessary corrections in that regards. And when I see them stand up and tell the Cro-Magnon, you can't come in here with that, then I see that Africa is growing, and it's standing up. You see, no longer bent or none, where you bent over and you hunched over, and you understand, you standing straight up and you saying what it is. We're back. The continent is healing, it has healed in many areas, and that we're no longer in any position of servitude where we're going to allow you to continue in 2023 to rob us in our continent of his resources, of his pride, you see, of his legacy. We're not going to let you do it. And so, we salute Niger, and we would hope that our own African people understand that you don't cross the line when one of your brothers is and sisters is reaching for freedom. That's not good, because we see you. We see you. Just like we see Macron's face looking just like a demon. He looked just like a demon. You understand what I'm saying? His face, old rat face demon. You see, and so, yeah, we see you just as well. Because, if you side with him, then you're going to have to ride all the way out. And what's going to happen is a lot of your own people going to see what you're doing to a brother that's reaching and sister that's reaching for freedom. And where you see a coup in Niger, you just might see one in your own land. The next coup might be you, because they see what you're doing to your own brother and sisters that's reaching out for freedom. So watch it. All them nations out there that got enough nerve to stand with France against their own brother and sisters, watch it, because your day might be next. We ain't going nowhere, family. Stay with me. This is General Cyrus Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.